Hello, I'm Silverr, and I'm going to be teaching you about stables. The stables bastion is the most random and complicated bastion, so because of that, it becomes the most difficult to route. The first thing I want to cover is the outside stables part. The outside stables part isn't entirely useless because there can be chests that have food and gold blocks, but for the most part, it's unnecessary and we basically entirely skip it. The stables has three main ramparts, identified by the size and shape and also the amount of chests. The single rampart has one chest near the back. The double rampart has one chest at the top and one chest at the bottom. The triple rampart has a double chest and a single chest at the top, as well as 4 gold blocks about halfway down the rampart. These ramparts cut off halfway down the bastion. And then we have 3 more sections of the bastion. The middle section is the only consistent part of this entire bastion, and it is essentially just a staircase with a chest at the very bottom. The right and left sides have a 50% chance to either be a bad gap or a good gap. A good gap has a bunch of gold at the bottom. The bad gap just simply has a chest. How the ranked filter works is that there will always be a good gap, meaning on one of the bottom parts of these ramparts, there will always be gold down there. Now that we've identified all the sections of the bastion, we can go through some cases and what speedrunners will do in those scenarios. In the case that there are no triple chest ramparts, speedrunners are forced to use a gap route. For the gap route, generally we want to get some armor or gold for distraction by looting any accessible chest. From there, we head to the top of the stairs of the lower middle section of the bastion. Many routes begin from here, so it is important to get comfortable with knowing how to get here. We then begin to identify the gaps. The left gap can be identified by mining through this wall. If it is open, then it is a good gap. If it is closed, then it is a bad gap. The right gap is identified by mining through this wall. And the same with the left gap. If this part is open, then it's a good gap, and if it's closed, then it is a bad gap. This route is a fundamental route which many routes build off of. You run down all these stairs, then block the piglins off here. Make a piglin pit by placing 2 blocks here and mining 1 here. We then mine into this wall, which has some of our gold, and we just let our piglins in so that they all can path into the pit. And then we head down to this lower part and collect the rest of the gold. Speedrunners will also commonly go up here and grab these 2 backup blocks. In the case that there are 2 triples next to each other, speedrunners will perform a double triple route. This route is great because of the high concentration of chests and piglins in a small area, but it is a bit risky because there are only 8 gold blocks. We basically just use the 4 gold blocks here and we trade with all the piglins. And open up this side and the 4 gold blocks in here. And then you drop all the gold back to the pigs and then you go up and loot all the chests. You also want to be finding your 5 obby chests. In ranked, in the filter, there is a guaranteed bastion chest with 5 obsidian. And you always want to be finding that because that allows you to get your 20 obsidian so much more consistently. In the case that there is 1 triple, we will perform a triple to gap route. Essentially, this route involves looting the chests, then grabbing the gold blocks, and making a pathway for the piglins to follow you down to the gap. This route is great because of the high piglin and high gold block count. There are many variations of the triple the gap route. Some go immediately straight down into the gap, some will go through the middle ramparts, some will go down into the bad gap, then bring all of the piglins across the entire bastion to the good gap on the other side. This bastion is super complicated. In conclusion, it's okay if you don't fully understand what's going on, as long as you understand the fundamentals that the runners are trying to maximize their gold blocks, maximize their chests looted, and maximize their piglin count. And from there, it's kind of just up to the bastion itself, but I hope this gave you a little more insight into how stables actually is routed.